right, second grade. So my whole computer just shut down. I don't think it liked watching all those videos while also recording my screen. But I do have my data here on slide 7. And now we are going to be taking this data that we just collected about your guys' favorite candy. And then we are going to be creating a pictograph, which is just a graph that uses a picture. That's why it's called a pictograph. Get it? Very cool. So as I'm making my pictograph, you guys, I want you to make your own, I want you to copy what I'm doing basically. So I'm going to be showing you how to make a pictograph. And so I labeled the title of my favorite types of candy. Every graph must have a title. What must every graph have? A title, and it has to be about what the graph is explaining. So our graph is going to be explaining our favorite types of candy. So over here I have category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. So what were the different categories I had? What were they? They were Snickers. What else is the second one? Sour worms, sour gummy worms. Skittles was third, and fourth was M&Ms. So those were our categories. So I'm going to change these to instead say category 1. This one's going to say Snickers. What's the next one going to say? Sour worms. What's the third one going to say? Skittles. And what's the last one going to say? M&Ms. So those are our different types of candy. Over here it says label along the side. So I'm going to label this. All of these are the different types of candy. I want you guys to pause, and you're going to be drawing. You're going to draw a line down the page, a line across the page like this. It creates kind of an L shape. And then you're going to put favorite types of candy as your title, and then the 4 different candy categories that we had. Okay, so I want you to make your page look like mine. Pause, and then whenever you're ready, we will move on. So hopefully we've all paused and have made our page look like this so far. So we have our different kinds of candy over here, the Snickers, Sour Worms, Skittles, and M&Ms. And down here, we have another label. This will be number of students who chose that option. So we are going to be using smiley faces to show, that's going to be our picture that we're going to use. You could use lots of different things. You could use, what else could we use like for types of candy? Maybe we could use like a little circle or a square, something that's easy to draw, because it's not really about drawing the picture. We want to make sure it's something easy that we can draw lots of. So for every person who chose a Snicker, I'm going to put one smiley face next to Snickers. How many people chose Snickers? How many people chose Snickers, everyone? 2 people. So how many smiley faces do I need? I need 2 smiley faces, and I'm going to do it like this. So there's 2 smiley faces because 2 people chose Snickers. How many people chose sour worms? Well, let's go look at our data that we collected. How many people chose sour worms, everyone? 2 people chose sour worms. So now I'm going to make another smiley face to put here for sour worms, and then another one there. So we have 2 people that chose Snickers and 2 people that chose sour worms. So now I want everyone to think back. How many people chose Skittles? How many people was that? 6. So how many smiley faces? How many pictures of smiley faces am I going to use for the Skittles category, everyone? There's going to be 6 smiley faces next to Skittles. I'm trying to space them out. 3. And then I'm going to actually just copy those. So this is why it's kind of nice on a computer. I can make it look really neat, okay? So I want you guys to pause and make sure that you have 2 smiley faces next to Snickers, 2 smiley faces next to sour worms, and 6 smiley faces next to Skittles on your paper. So hopefully we paused and we are all ready with 3 of our categories done. Are we done though? No, because we had some people who chose M&Ms. How many people chose M&Ms? 2 people chose M&Ms. So now I need you guys to show me on your fingers how many smiley faces do we need for M&Ms. Show me on your fingers. We need 2 smiley faces for M&Ms. And so I have 3 right here. Is that correct though? No, what do I need to do? I need to erase one. So now you guys, I want you to pause and draw your smiley faces for M&Ms. And this is one way that we could make this pictograph to represent the favorite types of candy, okay? So I want you guys to pause, make sure you have your title, your lines for the edges of the graph, which is this one here and this one. It creates that L shape. And then you need to label the types of candy that people could choose from. But I'm not quite done. I almost forgot. What do y'all see down here? What word is that? I know it's really tiny. It says key. So we need to decide each one of these smiley faces, what does that represent? Is that 5 students that chose Snickers for each smiley face? Because that'd be 5, 10. Did 10 people choose Snickers? No, just 2. So each smiley face represents how many students? Each Snickers represents, or I'm sorry, each smiley face represents 1 student. So I need to make it so that my key says equals 1 student. So sometimes our pictographs, the picture you use might represent more than 1 person. So each smiley face represents 1 person who chose each candy. All right, I just want to show you real quick that there is another way to represent this same data. We could flip our graph. Oh no, and it's frozen. My computer froze. So, what do you guys notice about this one compared to the one that we just did? Go ahead and talk to someone next to you. What is different about this pictograph right here? There is so much different about it, but one of the big things is that the categories where we would type the types of candy is on the bottom. It was on the side on the last slide. So if the candy is on the bottom here, I'm going to pause and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like if we have our labels for the types of candy or our categories on the bottom. All right, so my computer keeps freezing, so I'm just going to show you what we have here, and then I will show y'all how you guys can complete the assignment today. So I just want to show you that this slide is the same data, but what do you notice that's different about this graph? This time the smileys are stacked up and down rather than on left to right, okay? So we can use a pictograph if we put the categories on the bottom. We would stack the pictures that we want to use on top. But if we want to put the categories on the side, then the smileys need to line up that way. All right, that is it for this lesson. I just wanted to show you guys both the ways that we can represent this data with a pictograph. And I will show you what to do on your assignment in the review video.